Just for the record, folks, I am doing this blind. I have never played Spirit of Justice, nor have I looked at anything about the game, because I really like my Phoenix Wrights, and I've always played them blind and tried to do it myself. I think I've gotten stuck once or twice, but that was when the answer was obscure, and B, the response that the game wanted was the one that I gave them was expected later.
Oh, if you enjoy this game blind, you're going to enjoy the Great Ace Attorney blind. All right. Spirit of Justice, let's go.
So I know basically nothing. All I know is we're going to Khura'in Village?
Yeah, Khura'in.
On the western edge of the
The
Far
Kingdom of
East.
Khura'in.
Yeah. That's all I know.
Lies a peaceful country of spirit mediums and mystery.
We call it
Kingdom of
Japan.
Khura'in.
Hey, it could be worse. I mean,
But now,
technically,
the flames of
where
revolution
Phoenix Wright is literally
are
San Francisco.
threatening
Yeah.
to consume it whole. But things like revolt and revolution
Looks like the Dungeons and
were
Dragons
the
logo.
furthest things from my mind when I first arrived in this land.
Still has that old school phone.
Yep. Okay. Don't have a cow, man. Or that's more like, I think that's a yak.
Yeah.
Episode 1, The Foreign Turnabout. I've got this.
Oh, hey, look, it's like a psyche log.
Here in Khura'in, death is not the end. Even after death, the soul lives on in the Twilight Realm. And priestesses can commune with the spirits of the dead.
Are we going back to form?
Fear not death. In the name of the Holy Mother. Fear only the impurities of your soul.
So the way those fingers are did you see the way the fingers were like?
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, they did it like this, where it's like backwards. All I'm thinking of is Crystal Star, or is
This blight on my soul. I'll have the child take the blame.
Ice mirrors. Yeah. Sorry, Naruto has ruined me for hand signs.
Yeah. April 23rd, 4:26 p.m. Kingdom of Khura'in.
Dang, why couldn't it be April 1st?
Nah. Because it's not a joke. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. Phew! Finally here. So this is the Kingdom of Khura'in, huh? What a long trip. Wonder how many hours I was in the air. Just look at this place.
Everything is Magatama themed.
Get a load of the street. Really feels like I'm in another world here.
Oh!
Nice. That gorgeous temple. I read that that's the center of town. Wow, an ox right in the middle of the street. I have to get a picture of that.
Yeah, so you're gonna. I know we said it early in the franchise's streaming back in the day, but when they localized this, where Phoenix lived is supposed to be San Francisco in the English version, but is actually Japan in the Japanese version. And a lot of things will be kind of localized. Like, that's being said, it's an ox, but as Aiden stated before,
It's a yak.
it's a yak. Nice. And you'll probably see a lot of that kind of thing in games like these days. Excuse me, sir.
I wonder what kind of bird that is. I've never seen anything like it.
I think that's a type of crane.
That's quite a crest it has on its head.
Excuse me, sir.
What? Oh, yes?
Pardon me, but are you Mr. Wright?
Yes, that's right. Oops, hope he hasn't been trying to get my attention all this time. Wait a minute, are you?
That's right. I'll be your guide at your service.
Yep.
I remember you telling me about this.
Yep.
I'm a monk in training at Temple, and I'll be your guide around town. It's very nice to meet you. Happy Rocky.
Happy Rocky.
Happy Rocky.
Happy what now?
Oh, you started it already?
Happy Rocky. That's how we greet people here in Karine.
We're just gonna get to the trial, we're not actually gonna start.
Yeah. We're not gonna overlap yours.
You can do that.
It's like hello or how do you do. It's pretty handy expression, you know. It's just like that one thing, you know, alola.
Savari! Jeez. Okay, let me give it a try.
Yeah, seven sama.
Let me give it a try. Hello, I'm Phoenix Wright. Happy Rocky. My name is Phoenix Wright. I feel like I just introduced myself a couple weeks ago, but... What? And I run a small lawns. Well, that's what I do back home.
No.
Yes, it did. As Aiden handed it to me,
I don't know my own strength.
He just broke the thing that hooks onto things.
I hate mechanical pants because I break the ink the lead so easily.
Well, that's what I do back home anyway. Right now, I'm just a traveler. A stranger in a strange land.
Welcome to our country. Welcome to the Kingdom of Karine, land of spirit mediums and mystery. This is for you. To celebrate your arrival.
Speaking of mystery, what is this mysterious green lump, actually?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Allow me to explain. This is a famous Karinese sweet bun. It's called Magatam or soul bun. It's shaped like a Magatama. It's so yummy it'll send your soul right to the Twilight Realm. No, I don't want to go to the Shadow Realm.
No, Twilight Realm, there's a difference.
Yeah, I was thinking of Bingo.
That doesn't exactly make me eager to try.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, it's so dark, and you have to have a Master Sword so you can get around the place.
Yeah, seriously. Thanks. I think I'll indulge later.
Well, if you're not turning into a dog first.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
That will be 20 Damas. Thank you for your patronage. Yeah, that's... So when you're traveling, you gotta watch out for people who do this. Even if you have a guide, if they hand you something or take photos of you, they will stop and go, okay, that'll be this many dollars. They have no reservations about shafting you like that. You have to say no.
Yeah.
If you give people like that an inch, they'll step all over you.
What response would be? I'm taking my own photos. When I'm choosing my own photos.
Yeah.
I'm getting my own photos.
I always have plenty of these on hand, so just let me know if you ever want any more.
Wonder his bag was so heavy, stuffed with all the tools of his trade.
Oops, I almost forgot to tell you something really important. It's about Miss Maya. She can't come see you for a few days yet.
Yeah, when I called her from the airport, she said she was still training up in the mountains. I told her I'd wait for her here. Either way, I was glad to hear she's in good spirits.
Haha, good spirits.
Yeah, funny joke, Phoenix. Maya Fey. She's a spirit medium who used to work as my assistant. I came all the way out here to celebrate the end of her ascetic training with her. Albie, this is my first time in this country, so I'll be counting on you, okay?
You got it, sir. Please don't hesitate if you need anything at all.
Maya was right when she told me I could leave everything in your capable hands.
Ah, shucks, she said that? That sure was nice of her. I had a chance to show Miss Maya around a little bit, too.
If there's one person Maya was worried about, it's me. Because we both know trouble likes to follow you wherever you go, she said.
She's not wrong.
Also, you're one to talk.
Yeah, exactly. the kettle calling the
Yeah.
pot black.
Yeah. That girl worries too much.
Or not enough?
Eh.
But you sure came early to the party, Mr. Wright, sir. I mean, Miss Maya won't be done with her training for another 2 weeks.
I hate to admit it, but I came early because I was worried about her too. Oh, well, you know. I thought I'd get in a little sightseeing first.
Ooh, sightseeing? Well, I'm your man for that. Just freaking
Eager McEagerton. over
yeah.
here.
I'll show you all the best sights this country has to offer.
Thanks. That would be great. Guess Albie takes his job very seriously.
Well, what are we waiting for? Those sights aren't going to see themselves.
Yikes, you don't have to shove.
First up, Temple. Right here in the center of town. There's something there I really want to show you. Bruh. Little too audible.
April 23rd, 4:45 p.m. Temple Plaza. Wow, it's even more impressive up close.
Allow me to explain. This is the heart of our town, Temple. It was created by the founder of Karanism, the Holy Mother herself. I'm training right here at this temple to be a monk someday.
I read that the people of this country are all adherents to Karanism. According to my guidebook, it's a religion in which ancestral spirits are venerated. That's it.
The Holy Mother was a great spirit medium who could commune with our ancestors' souls. And spirit mediums become queen to this day, direct descendants of the Holy Mother.
The spirit medium rules the entire country, huh? Talk about power and influence.
The main thing you'll want to see when you come to Temple is the Dance of Devotion rite. The Dance of Devotion takes place twice, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. This dance, along with the Song of Ceremony, is performed in offering to the Holy Mother. The Dance of Devotion has power to summon forth souls. Karanism, we believe, its ways of the two.
Hold it, and slow down. Can't remember all of that at once. Settle down, Eager McEagerton.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I got a little overexcited.
Anyway, the main thing I got from all that is that you really, really love your country.
Well, that's true.
I like this kid. He pours his heart into everything he does.
And don't ask questions I don't want to know the answer to, because I'm playing this blind.
I know the answers, and I'm not going to say them.
Not unless I ask them.
Exactly.
Let's see, I guess I just explained about half of what I usually explain. So I'll give you a special discount and only charge you 10 Damas for the tour fee. Thank you for your patronage.
I guess he pours his heart into aggressive salesmanship, too.
Come to think of it, Miss Maya told me she could tell I love my country, too. We stood here for about an hour while I told her all about the Holy Mother.
Really? An hour? Hope that counted as patience training.
And she seemed really interested, too. She listened to my whole speech.
Huh? That doesn't sound like the Maya I know.
Miss Maya's so kind and nice. She treats me really well, like a little brother. She's kind of like a big sister to me.
This is Maya Fey you're talking about, right? Maybe she's grown up since I last saw her. Clang.
Would you relax? Like, you've got, like, stuff smeared across your mouth and laughing towards me. It's really creepy.
No, it's the movie they're watching. It's finish the line.
Oh, no!
What's the matter?
Is it that time already? We have to hurry to the temple right away.
It's the silence. It's the sudden silence of what's in the line. And the line that they were guessing is "This is Sparta." As you stop silently, and I'm like dying.
But first, let me give you the lyrics card for the song ceremony I told about.
Oh, no.
There's an English translation of the lyrics there too, so give it a read, okay? Let's go.
But why the big rush?
If we don't hurry, we'll miss the beginning of her benevolence's dance of devotion.
Her benevolence?
She's just got sparkly eyes like Steven or like Deku.
Steven? Okay, so I'm just gonna say this up front. Get used to the Dance of Devotion. You will be seeing it once per trial.
Oh no, not this again.
Well, once per Karine trial.
She seems younger than Maya. When Dragon and Tiger battle. Founder offers divine protection. You can tell this is mocap. Butterfly embraces the Matama. The flavor of the orb is bestowed.
I'll be your guide. You're under arrest for treason.
No, I don't want to skip this. Oh, it's because I was touching the stick.
You're also pressing the X button.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
It was just me touching the stick, see?
Stick. Becky, I got stick.
Oh no, she doesn't like yellow.
April 24th, 10:10 a.m. High Court of Kurine. Accused lobby.
Oh, Lord.
It's literally the same lobby layout, but a different country.
Mm-hmm. Let me in. Why won't you let me in?
Because you're a foreigner. What business could you have with this court?
I told you that my friend is on trial in there. The police raided the temple in the middle of the dance performance yesterday and arrested Albie on suspicion of treason. I was worried about Albie, so I just had to come see his trial.
A trial is a tourist attraction, so clear off. If you want a picture for your scrapbook, take one of me and get out of here.
Look, you've got it all wrong. Just great. Well, I guess there's only one thing to do.
Tell him I'm a lawyer.
Tell him I'm Pyrenees. Yes, I'm a foreigner, but I'm not your average foreigner.
What?
I'm actually a lawyer. Back home, right?
What? A lawyer? I do know the thing about this, by the way.
They'll reveal it in a little bit.
I can't. That's not possible.
What's he so shocked about? Well, whatever. Now's my chance. Nothing wrong with a lawyer entering the courtroom, right? Whoop, 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 whoop.
Wait, get back here, you!
Just imagine him doing that on his way in, too.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
So this is the Kiranese courtroom.
Oh, jeez, the judge even looks...
Wait, isn't that her benevolence? What's she doing here in court?
Can you please stop shaking that around? It makes a lot of noise.
The divination seance has been performed.
Have ice on them.
I will now hand down my verdict against the accused. Guilty in fancy fonts. What? A verdict already? But the trial only just started.
Guilty? There's gotta be some kind of mistake. Please take another look.
Seances performed by Princess Rafa are infallible. They show only the truth. What right do you have to question her abilities?
But I didn't.
Isn't it ironic that you, a devout adherent to Corinis, would dare doubt her insight? Non-believers will only be met with suffering in the Twilight Realm, you know.
Oh, pain.
But I didn't do it! Your benevolence, allow me to explain, I beg you!
You wanna be Rafa? She's got that the high and mighty tsundere voice.
Be silent, repeated whelp. There is no merit to be had in indulging the ramblings born of a criminal's unclean soul.
But
What in the world is going on here? The judge made his ruling based off something called a divination seance? What is Albie's attorney doing?
what attorney?
Wait a minute. Where is Albie's attorney?
Why is this happening? I didn't do anything wrong!
Foolish child. Doubting the divination seance is tantamount to doubting the Holy Mother herself. Your Majesty, as royal priestess and in the name of the Holy Mother, I command you. Impose the highest penalty against this unclean soul.
As you command, so shall it be done, your benevolence. May her holiness grant us her divine favor. Your Abdihara Quran. Get used to this, too. This happens all the time in Curry's.
Objection!
What? Wait just one moment.
You're...
Me and my big mouth. Now what?
Mr. Wright, what are you doing here, sir?
Well, I'm in it now, so I have to do this right. Your Honor, it's too soon to give your verdict. This trial has only been underway for a few minutes. Excuse me? Who on earth are you? I'm, well, an ordinary tourist, Your Honor, just passing through. Ah, a tourist, are you? Happy Rocky. Now, but more importantly, where is this boy's defense attorney? Defense attorney? Whatever are you talking about? He doesn't need a defense attorney. Wait, what? Of course you wouldn't be aware, being a foreigner and all. But we have no need for defense attorneys here in the Kingdom of Kurai. We leave it all up to her benevolence's sacred power of spirit communion. Her divination seances determine all.
So, from what I'm gathering right now, back where Phoenix does his attorneying, most attorneys are doing it with just the law involved. And Phoenix does a mix of both, which is, for him, a good balance. This is the complete opposite of where he's from, where they're just doing this, the mysticism part of it.
Mm-hmm. We're going to see a lot of the mysticism angle.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. What? But surely you see how unfair it is. What kind of insane court system are they running here?
You would dare mock me, you barb-headed buffoon. If you valued your life, you will leave post-haste, or shall I summon the bailiff?
The bailiff is that big scary dude with the big scary gun, isn't he?
I'm sure he would be happy to oblige you with a bullet or two as a souvenir of your travels.
At the cost of an arm and a leg, no doubt.
She's not afraid to actually send somebody to the shadows. Jeez.
Yeah.
Now, hold on. Mr. Wright has nothing to do with any of this.
Albie.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, Mr. Wright, but never mind about me. You just go ahead and go see Miss Maya. But forget about me. You have to go now. I'm sure you can find another guide. There are lots more places I wanted to show you, but it looks like I won't get a chance now. I'm sorry.
kid. He's trying to put on a brave face, but look how terrified he is. What can I do? What should I do?
Defend Albie.
Defend Albie. I can't just let a verdict be handed down with nobody standing in Albie's corner. If Albie doesn't have a defense attorney, then I'll do it. I'll defend him. Defend him? You can't be serious. Did you hear that? Is he out of his mind?
Heaven forbid! Defend me, Mr. Wright! What are you saying? You can't do that!
I most certainly can. Don't worry, I'm quite used to tackling all sorts of trials. Besides, can you imagine how furious Maya would be if I let anything happen to you?
Mr. Wright!
You are but a naive tourist, ignorant of our ways. But if you are smart, you will heed my advice. Do not pursue this matter any further. Looks like defending somebody is easier said than done in this country. Bailiff, throw this man out. I think that was Payne who said that.
Your Majesty, if you please.
You have something to say, Mr. Payne?
Why not allow it, Your Majesty? Why not have him defend the accused? It could prove very interesting, right, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Right. Mr. Whoever you are.
Bullshit, you don't know this man.
I think he just blocks the pains out of his mind, you know? Prosecutor, are you acquainted with this traveler?
That's Chief Prosecutor, Your Majesty. And yes, I am acquainted with him. He's a defense attorney from my native land. I've had dealings with him in the courtroom before.
Once.
Really?
Heavens to Betsy.
What? Mr. Wright, you're a defense attorney?
Legats! A defense attorney? Well, this is a shock. You may be surprised to hear that I have more than 10 years of experience. I guess there aren't all that many lawyers around here.
Your Majesty, if you would kindly allow us to proceed in the manner of my old country.
But, Mr. Payne, I've already made a ruling in this case.
Call it nostalgia, if you will, but I am most eager to give it a try.
But I have a previous engagement, you see. A class together with the missus.
Your Majesty, I agree we should have a whack at it. It sounds amusing.
You know, her colloquialisms does not match her stature.
A score of years have passed since we last saw a defense attorney in this courtroom.
See, that sounds a little bit more accurate to her.
Go into your court record. The R. Can you?
Nope, not yet.
Oh, you don't have access to it yet. A score? As in 20 years? What's the deal with this country? Because I'd like you to take a gander at how old she is.
32.
No.
Mr. Payne, I want that bob
12.
brought to me on a stick.
Closer, but still no. 8? She's 14.
Okay.
And with your benevolence, I, Chief Prosecutor Payne, will see to it myself.
Very well, Mr. Payne. If that is what you and her benevolence want, I will acquiesce. As for the defense, I hope you are prepared for every eventuality. Every eventuality? What is he talking about?
There, are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Payne. Sorry for not remembering you earlier.
That's Chief Prosecutor, or the Incredible Payne, as I'm also known in this country.
What was that thing?
Can someone Batman my femurs?
No.
And you'll see soon enough just why it is. When you're forced to capitulate to me before this very court of law.
Please remove his toupee.
Why is he so strangely confident? And not only that, but what's with the gallery? Just you watch, the defense attorney will try to twist the truth. You can bet on it.
Get him, Chief Prosecutor! Crush that defense devil!
This is way more than even back home.
Oh, the gavel sounds different.
Now, if you would please give your opening argument once again, Mr. Payne.
Certainly, Your Majesty. The accused is charged with 2 crimes, larceny and murder. Yesterday, the Founder's Orb was stolen from the treasure room of Temple. In addition to the theft, 2 other things were discovered in the treasure room. The dead body of Mr. Patrol, Temple security guard, and the empty treasure box that housed the orb, which Mr. Roll was in charge of guarding. We believe that Mr. Roll was murdered by the thief who stole the treasure.
To kill a guard armed with a gun. What a terrifyingly bold act.
I couldn't agree more, Your Majesty. Please allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report and crime photo.
This autopsy report added to the court record. Crime photo added to the court record.
I still can't access it.
It's been a long time since we had evidence presented in court as well. It's kind of refreshing, actually.
We may only rely on the power of the seances, but our police still carry out investigations. Thus, any proof I provide is indisputable.
Because I'm shiny! Oh, really? Well, forgive me if I don't just take your word for it.
Faye's got to work.
Okay, fair enough. I can check the evidence out myself by looking at the court record. We'll see just how thorough you and your police were, Mr. Payne. Now you can look at the court record. Time of death is around...
How do I change to people?
You press R again.
Okay. She's not listed yet.
Albie's 9.
Wow. I thought he was at least 12.
I thought he was like around 10-ish. Yeah.
Jeez.
Gaston Payne. Yeah.
Though what he's doing here as Karine Chief Prosecutor is beyond me.
And Patrol.
Yeah, Patrol.
The security guard named Patrol.
Yeah. 32. The victim in this case, he guarded the treasure room treasure and was killed by the thief who stole it.
Such a deplorable crime. The audacity of stealing the sacred treasure of Her Holiness, our founding mother. It's a crime that strikes at the very heart of our nation.
Exactly, Your Majesty. We mustn't let the culprit get away with these heinous deeds. Indeed, such deeds are best described as treason against the crown.
Is this treasure really such a valuable object?
It's an orb.
How can you even ask such a thing? Of course it is.
Orb?
Why, sealed within this treasure is the very soul, the mitama of the Holy Mother. Her soul is sealed within the treasure? I think I'll take that with a grain of salt. You don't believe it, do you? Of course I believe it. Something tells me I better play along. This kind of irreverence is exactly why I dislike defense attorneys so much. Your Honor, Your Majesty, what is it now?
I keep forgetting.
This treasure. I've never seen it, so it's a little hard for me to imagine. Could I see a photo of it or something? Of all the outlandish requests, you defense attorneys are truly beyond the pale. He's been getting awfully angry with me, and with those veins popping out of his forehead.
It's forbidden for anyone outside the royal family to view the treasure itself. They say that anyone without the proper spiritual power could be blinded instantly. That is why the average person has never seen the treasure, Mr. Wright.
I guess there are national treasures that are off limits to the public back home, too.
For the benefit of the shamelessly uninformed defense, let me share this newspaper article.
I literally just got here yesterday. Fuck off.
And you said you weren't starting the court case.
Well, we're gonna cut it off once it gets to the actual cross-examination.
Yeah.
It includes the photos taken about 8 years ago when the treasure was unearthed. These are the only public photos of the outer box in existence. What's more, the treasure box only leaves the temple's treasure room but once a year, for a special New Year's rite that takes place at the palace. Therefore, this treasure box has only ever been seen by a handful of people.
Treasure box.
Forced open and is a little bit.
Sorry.
I hear there's a string of thefts lately of historic artifacts from the temple. Forced open and its contents stolen. The average person can only see it in this newspaper article. If you see a magnifying glass in the bottom of the icon, you can press the A button to get a better look at it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Banana.
The autopsy report also had one too in the picture as well. Yeah, you see, you can press the A button on them and you can get a better look at it. That's the picture in question, the crime photo.
The lock is missing.
Or it's open.
Kind of. It's hard to tell.
Right, Your Majesty. Inexcusable thievery of precious national treasures for personal gain. And the culprit is the accused.
So he used his position as monk in training to get his hands on the treasure, is that it?
The accused's family is by no means wealthy. To help with family finances, he works as a tour guide in addition to his aesthetic training.
Thank you for giving an excellent outline of the case, Mr. Payne. Now then, no more questions from the defense, I presume? What? No, I do have questions. Even more? But you just asked a bunch. Well, make it snappy. My class starts in just a few short minutes. What? He's still planning on going to that thing? There's still a lot I don't know about the case. I should ask now while I have a chance. Let's see. What else do I need to know more about? Crime scene, the weapon, or the motive?
The weapon?
Mr. Payne, what was the murder weapon?
The murder weapon was the treasure box itself. The empty treasure box left at the scene had a large blood stain on it.
How utterly reprehensible. Using the sacred treasure box for murder.
Yeah, but why is his hand covered in so much blood, though, if that was the case?
Interesting.
The accused came to the treasure room with the express purpose of stealing the treasure. He climbed the altar stairs and snatched the box, ready to abscond with it. But he was discovered by Mr. Roll, who had come to the room in the course of his rounds. After walloping Mr. Roll on the head with the treasure box, the accused forced the bloodied housing open and made off with the treasure inside.
The murder weapon. Off limits to the public. The photos in the picture are the only ones of it in existence. Its contents were stolen. But the defendant is just a little boy. I hardly think he'd be able to hit the victim, a grown man, on the head.
Ah, a very good point, Mr. Wright. But I'm afraid that won't help you. At the time of the crime, the accused was on the stairs leading up to the altar. The accused's elevated position would more than make up for their difference in stature.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Ha 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 ha!
Injustice and trust! No.
Who are you? How do you know him? He gets around.
He's my brother from another brother.
Mr. Payne, your reasoning is flawless! What an elegant argument. Hats off to you, Chief Prosecutor.
Your title is...
Your title is obviously well earned.
Uh-huh.
Well, the accused's guilt is certainly conclusive.
Also, I don't think I've ever seen another character who glints like that whenever he takes a pose since, frigging Red, White,
Red White.
Yeah, Mr. Red, White of Blue Corp.
Yep. I read that. Unless there is anything else, I am ready to announce my verdict.
No.
Very well. In that case, I find the accused...
Objection.
Just one moment, Your Majesty. Don't you think you're rushing the verdict just a little bit? I told you, I have plans to attend to, and... Ah! I'm late! It's already started! How did the time fly by so fast? He's still stuck on that? We haven't even heard the defendant's side of the story yet. Your Majesty, the defense asserts its right to cross-examine the defendant.
Oh, no.
Huh? Did I say something funny? Cross-examine the... What do you mean by that? What? What do you mean, what do I mean? I seem to have some dim recollection of the process, but I can't quite recall.
And little wonder, the so-called defendant hasn't been questioned in over 20 years.
Should I even be surprised anymore? Anyway, I demand we let the defendant, or the accused, tell his side of the story. Is that really necessary? Of course it's necessary, Your Majesty.
What harm could it do? I say we allow the boy to speak, Your Majesty. Although I doubt he'll have anything of relevance to say.
Oh, how kind of you, Your Royal Painness. Very well. As long as it's okay with you, Mr. Payne. I'm already hopelessly late for my class anyway.
In that case, the prosecution calls the accused back to the witness stand.
Oh, but before we do, I better call my wife and apologize for missing that class. Any objections? Go for it, Your Majesty.
Bruh.
Accused, state your name and occupation again, if you would.
I'll be your guide. I'm in training to be a monk, and I'm a tour guide too.
Why me? Now, where were we? Cross-examining the defendant, Your Majesty. Right. Let's do that then. At the defense attorney's insistence, I might add. He sounds a little dispirited. His wife must have given him a piece of her mind. Well, the defense had better get to it, and make it quick, if you please.
The defense... Mr. Wright, I didn't know you were a lawyer.
Well, I am, and I'm here to defend you out there. Don't worry. All you have to do is tell the truth, and you'll be all right.
You tricked me.
What?
If I knew you were a lawyer, I wouldn't have given you that tour. Give back that Magatama I gave you yesterday.
I paid for it. Albie, what's gotten into you?
Don't talk to me, you disgust me.
Now even Albie's against me? Why?
This must be a new experience for you, Mr. Wright, being loathed by a client. Now then, accused, please give the court your testimony. The incident occurred around noon, during the break between the morning and afternoon dances of devotion. I want you to tell the court what you were doing around that time.
All right.
Alright, we'll call it off here.
Yeah. Oh, that's different. Witness testimony.
That was the Kiranese witness testimony.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to call it here, and we are excited to start this up starting next week.
We've got cabin fever.